Yo, what's up, guys? Steve over Scotch and Things. Hey, I have been meaning to do this video for a while, like when I got this case from Dave, and uh, I just wanted to kind of talk about Sergey Rogovets knives. First, we'll just talk about the cases real quick, just to get them out of the way. Here's the case that the Kentucky Special came in. Very nice. I don't know if I'd ever used it again, but it's just a cool case, you know. Sometimes, you know, we talk about packaging and how often do we ever use the packaging that the knives came in again. For me, very rarely. It could be cool to display, especially something like this. This is what the Rhino came in. So the Rhino is it's a real Pelican case. The Rhino is quite a bit older. I think most of his knives come in these clear ones now. I'm not sure, maybe the Rhinos still come, but this thing is just insane. Oh, it has a tool. I didn't know it came with I didn't think you wanted to take the stuff apart. I didn't know it came with a tool for, oh, is that the tool for the pivot to save? Yeah, that one's got a tool for the pivot. So I just kind of wanted you guys to get to look, because I never really showed this case. Did I close it? What's going on? I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, just gotta snap them better. So yeah, it's a waterproof Pelican case that he's put his logo on. Just kind of cool, right? That little, I mean, God, how much do those cases even cost? And here's the one for the, like I said, for the Kentucky Special. But let's look at the knives. So this was my first one. This was my first introduction. I got this from Dave via Steve Clare. So thank you to both of you guys. It was Steve's knife, then it was Dave's knife, then it was going to go back to Steve, then it came to me. The Rhino. I did an unboxing when Dave first sent me this knife to check out, and I mean, just, it was cool looking, and I've always kind of dug these cleaver style blades, but I was like, man, is it useful? Am I ever gonna, and then I started playing with it and carrying it, and I absolutely love this knife, man. It's just a chunk, nice. I think Dave's new one is even thicker. I think it's got thicker scales. The action on it's great. It carries great in the pocket for how tall it is in pocket. It doesn't really bother me. So one of his older designs with the Cerakote finish in 3V, just a fun knife. I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's very comfortable in hand, the way it's shaped, the way the scales are. I mean, you can grip up here. I like to hold it like this a lot and cut. Carried it when I moved and broke down a lot of boxes with it. Just a real cool knife. Sergey's also, I think, a jewelry maker, makes pens, kind of does all sorts of stuff. I do have another one of his knives on order. He said I'd get here before the holidays, but he's been busy. I'm not gonna bug him. But handling this knife made me go on the search, and I found this knife then at Empire Outfitters, one of the retailers that carries his knives, and they've got quite a few, really. I really like this knife. I mentioned it in my work knives video. I carry it at work quite a bit, S45, you know, compound grind. It's a weird skinny knife, right? But it's comfortable for me. I enjoy it. And it gets used. It did start, so I sent it to Dave to check out, and the pivot did start walking, or the blade kind of started, excuse me, walking over. Dave swapped, I think this is tie connector hardware, because Sergey's got a weird snake bite type pivot that's kind of shallow. And Dave was having issues with it, with the original pivot and with this pivot kind of still loosening up. I think he might have Loctite. I can't remember our conversation now. He was gonna Loctite it. He wasn't gonna. I just remember him having trouble with the blade moving over more and the pivot loosening up. Since I've had it back from him, I haven't taken it apart, but I have tightened this up a couple times because it does want to move over on me a little bit. So, but other than that, man, I really like it. I can't do it on camera because it's a weird angle. You can't. He's got this fuller here that you can. I can't. It's weird. I gotta have it at the right angle. But I can finger flick it if there was a little bit more area, or if that, I think I mentioned in the unboxing video, this is a ball cut. If it had a sharper edge right here, it might be easier to get on, but no big deal. Like I said, and these are all handmade. He doesn't use CNC. I'm sure he used some other sorts of tools, right, to make his life easier, but he doesn't use CNC machines. So by hand, as much as I don't know what any of that entails, but I just kind of wanted to take a closer look at these two knives. And just like I said, once I saw this, got this in hand, I immediately started shopping for my own. Then I was able to get this one through Dave and Steve, so thank you guys both very much. But they are fun. He makes some, I would say this is one of his more tame or normal designs. He just got a new one that came out. Steve just got it. It's a tank. Was it the Tina? I can't remember what it's called, but I've got an FMJ on order with him, so we'll see when that shows up. But I just kind of wanted to show you the two I have right now and just kind of talk overall about these knives. Like I said, cool packaging. Does that matter in the end? Not really. Why was that wet? Where'd that come from? My hands aren't. That's weird. Is this thing leaking? That is bizarre. I don't know. Did you guys see that? I have no idea what that was or where that came from. So yeah, I just, true custom knives from an American maker. If you don't know much about him, he's from, God, I can't remember where exactly. He mentions it on his website. And then he was in New York, then he moved to Kentucky. But just makes, pens, and just follow him on Instagram. He's a true artist, and his knives are nothing short of art, but functional art. Like I said, they both work. This thing is just, it's just ridiculous, right? The Rhino, it's comfortable. The action on it is awesome. So yeah, this is a fun one to carry. I like the Cerakote, so we'll see. I told him to kind of keep the FMJ kind of mild, but he can still kind of do his thing on it because he really doesn't like making plain. Like, that's pretty plain, right? It's got some blue and yellow or whatever color, some purple heat ano, but his knives in general are kind of artsy. So, but yeah, it's just cool. Just kind of wanted to take a minute and kind of touch base on these two. Talk about them a little more because there was an unboxing on this one. There was an unboxing where I was just kind of like, I didn't even know the name at the time. But just really, really enjoy them. Like I said, they're a lot of fun to carry. They're just both, they're just built like tanks, right? Even though this is a custom, like I said, I've taken this to work, and it sees a lot of use because he puts a screaming edge on them, uses good materials, and they're just a lot of fun. So yeah, just a really cool maker. Check him out if you haven't. At least give him a follow on Instagram to see what he's up to, because he makes a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, just a quick update and touching base. Like I said, when I got that case from Dave, I just kind of wanted to show you, because that is probably one of the most crazy cases I've had a knife come in. So just everything about his stuff is just kind of out there and cool and a little bit different. So, but yeah, And I think he makes he makes everything his. I think he does his screws. I don't think he gets anything from other sources. If I remember right, I think if he lasers a knife, that's the only thing that gets sent out. But I'm not 100% sure anymore on that. So, but that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.